Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. We're going to do a reading for Aries right now. If I can squeeze another one in, I will do that. And I'm not sure who's next on the list. But I think I accidentally skipped over Aries. I sincerely apologize. I have no idea. I'm looking at the same list I've always been looking at, the one I made previous. I don't know what happened. So Aries, what's happening? What does Aries need to know about the... This introduction thing. That's right. I keep forgetting. Like, share, subscribe if this is helping you or you think it could help somebody else. If you do not like the video, it's my next video. All my other videos, I should say, are not going to show up in your news feed. I just learned that little tidbit from some gracious soul on the internets. So, if you don't like the video, it's not going to show in your news feed. If you don't ring the bell thing, it's definitely not going to be in your notifications. So, being someone who is on YouTube, understands how it works, yeah, I hear you on the no bell thing. But if you don't like it, you're probably not going to see my new video. Oh, hi. Shit. That's okay. It's just me. My face hasn't melted off. It just... Sorry. I was going to try to make it about the cards and not me. Okay. Hi, bye. See, it's not going to do it now, is it? Okay. Well, Aries. I'll hold the cards up for you. Just hold it right there. Perfect. Okay. So, Aries. Yin energy. Like, share, subscribe. So I did do a video on the yin energies last night. Sorry, I just burned some incense and now it's all over the table. I think the cat got up here and it just went everywhere. I apologize. But I did do a yin information video. You can find that video in my playlist if you'd like. So Aries gets the 8 of Wands. So in this deck, it's kind of flying over something, like you're being protected from something, or you think that you need to be protected from this. Aries. Oh, ruled by Mars. God of War. All right. What else does Aries need to know about their yin energies? This 3, yeah. So Aries is ruled by a very masculine planet. And so when we're talking about feminine and masculine, again, I'm going to reiterate this probably 10,000 billion times. We're just talking about energies. We're not talking about anything to do with genitalia. Nothing in the physical that reflects that. I hope this understands. So right now, this is just an energy reading. This is not a physical reading. I hope that makes sense. So you can have male parts and still be more of a feminine energy. You can still step into more of your feminine nature than you embody the masculine nature. Okay, that's something we're really getting confused about. And I think that if we just, understand how it actually works rather than how we've been taught that things are supposed to represent themselves, that boys are supposed to like blue and girls are supposed to like pink and they're supposed to play with this kind of... No, if you have more masculine energy, you're just going to naturally bring it forward. And again, understanding your natal chart can help you understand those forces a little bit better. Now, I'm not saying treat it like you would like a religion, but I'm saying if you understand a little bit of like your birth chart, you can understand a little bit more of what kind of energies are at play. And again, this is just my personal opinion. This helped me out significantly. I'm not saying it's for everyone. We are an ecosystem. We need to use things how we need to use things. And I totally understand that. But Aries is ruled by Mars, which shows up in a very masculine, heated, action-orientated, masculine way. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I just want to make that clear so that way when I am saying he, she, I'm referring to the energies. If I say like they, there's either
both energies there, or there's multitudes of energies. Okay, I hope this makes sense. What else does Aries want to know about their broken heart? Okay, so this particular deck is the Tarot of the Abyss, does not have reversals, so I'm not going to read that. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this process is there's a bird on this card. There's a little bird coming out of this female's heart, and it looks like it's flying over to this. Now there's a tree standing behind the horse and the man leading the horse. So maybe that little bird's going to go nest in that tree and watch this man lead the horse calmly to safer places and maybe that's what you need to do right now, is just observe something that's more healthy and move towards that energy. That's what I'm getting, because these birds are flying over here. There's a bird on her card, and then there's a tree. That's just how the cards are speaking to me at the moment. What else does Aries need to know about stepping into their feminine? Okay. Emperor. Well, geez, Aries, why don't you just show up in your own dang spread? But I don't want to step into my yin energy. I am fine exactly where I am in my masculine. I hear you, Aries. Mars is one of my rulers, too. I get it. All right, what else? Ooh. Okay, so this is going to bring you enlightenment. Whatever this process is going on up here. But you're not getting off your throne. You're just going to learn the lesson with grace and gratitude. Now, there's 2 Tens of Swords in this completion process, in this deck, if you will. So this is the more pleasant one, obviously, where these 2 figures, wise old owl and the elder, are coming to an understanding with grace and compassion. So in this, also in the tarot deck, represents a cycle completed. Now, how we're going to view it today is enlightenment, because that's what this is. Looking it in the eye and saying, I see you, I hold space for you, I see you with love and compassion. That is enlightenment. Okay. And the cycle is complete. So how does that represent the energy up here? What are we doing? I think I'm going to have to clarify with the white sage tarot. Okay, so Aries is on their way to enlightenment, but they are not there quite yet. Yep, we got work to do. Okay. So let's see if we can narrate this in a comprehensive way. So this is you keeping yourself protected, which that's Aries energy all the time. Even when they're sleeping, Aries is like, I am protected. Aries is the best at watching their own backs and making sure everything's copacetic in their world. But something hit you in the heart space. But it set you free in a way. Oftentimes, when we hold on to something, right, that's what creates the friction and the suffering. Like that rope that we're supposed to let go of starts to burn our hands, and then we just, then we suffer. So I get that you learn to let go of something here, and even though you might be still feeling some pain, feeling some heartache, maybe some guilt, some shame, some regret, and that's what I'm getting from this. You're striving to get to this point right now, and you're trying to not step. So the difference between the 3 and the 10 obviously is 7. You're trying to avoid that step of self either being lied to, which if you're lying to yourself, you're going to allow others to lie to you, right? So this would definitely be you trying to skip over that process, which sometimes Aries can have a tendency to do, especially if they feel defeated. So you're doing a good job of balancing this energy, Aries, and trying to transform it immediately rather than go through the rest of the suit of swords. You'd be like, okay, screw the 4. I don't need no rest. I don't want to fight about this. Move my ass to safer orders. Maybe I'll skip to the 6 and then screw the 7, the 8, and the 9. I want to get to the 10. And I want to get there in gratitude and grace is what I'm getting here. Which in the next couple weeks, you're going to have perfect opportunity to openly display with no shame. No sideways glances like, what the heck's up with Aries today? What's going on with Aries? Why are they such in a good, grateful mood? That's, they might start to see you in a different way. This is what I'm getting here, is they're going to start to see you, either you're going to step into something else entirely, which has to do with Pentacles, but they're going to view you in a different way. Maybe this is the way they viewed you before, dodging all the bullets and keeping yourself safe and protected while staying on your throne, which can have its positive attributes. But then something disturbed that, hurt you. You took it to a place of enlightenment. And now this is how other people are going to see you. Is the calm and collected, soothing energy that has the strength, the courage, and the fortitude, which is this energy upright, right? It's this energy. I mean, anybody who's ever worked with a horse before, yeah, you gotta be right with yourself. Otherwise, they ain't having it. They will not move, and they will, Boy, if you want to go test to see if you have boundaries or not, go someplace and volunteer to lead a horse. It's a good time. It's a really cool experience. So I highly recommend you do that if you have any questions about your boundaries or what you need to do to keep good boundaries. They are the best instructors. I think they use that a lot of times too for traumatized kids. It's working with horses. What else? So they're seeing you stepping into this energy and then working really hard on something, whatever that is. So whatever this heartbreak was, you literally alchemized it. You're like, yep, I'm going to take all this pain and turn it into something way bigger than myself. And it's pure magic. Frequency, energy, vibration, total flip-flop. And now this energy moving forward. When people see you in this energy, they automatically give you respect, right? So, because there's a glare and whatnot. So this is the energy I'm talking about. A man leading a horse with the key around his neck. And he's looking at the horse, probably having a lovely conversation. And this dude, he's working on building something that's really important to him. He's on his knees, willing to get down in the muck and move and shake, right? Way to go, Aries. So, what do we need to know about this? What does Aries want to work on? What is Aries working on? What does the universe want to know about the yin energy in their work? Because there's a lot of masculine. Temperance. Magician in reverse and the Knight of Cups. Okay. So Temperance, when you meet this, because your Aries energy, your Mars energy, when meeting this is going to upset you. So keep this energy. Okay. Even though this might show up in your environment, you're going to keep steady, right? You're going to handle it. You're going to look that third eye in the face and be like, no, not today, buddy. So keep Temperance. Don't be tempted to step into that energy again because these two cards often coincide. Okay? These two cards often coincide. So I think either you're bringing Temperance to a situation where you knew this was going on, or you're kind of encapsulating it and not letting it get to you. Like you've either learned it or you just look at it over a cup of coffee and be like, meh. Either way, you've learned your lesson here and you're not stepping out of your integrity for any rhyme or reason. Freaking rock on, Aries. Yeah. Oh, we got to ask about the heartache. Okay, we're asking about the heartache. What happened with the heartache for Aries? I get Justice and the Knight of Swords. That would make sense, wouldn't it? But you handled it gracefully. Yeah, the Tower. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Swords upright. So it did put you in a nasty little place, but you flipped it. You flipped it. And now you're working on yourself. Yeah, Lovers reversed. It might have had something to do with a close, intimate relationship. But you're moving on. Might need to get a little bit more mentally clear about this, but until that time comes, you're not stressing about it. You're putting yourself into your work, which is good. At the same time, this whole situation taught you how to see that energy, and you're not moving from your sacred space. It'll get you putting up boundaries too, because this man's building a wall. You're like, yep, I'm going to lead my horse to safer places, whatever your horse may be to you. And then we're building a wall. And this is not going to affect us anymore. Nice. Nice. You're moving on from it. You're not going to let it stop you from anything. That's for dang sure. All right. What does Aries need to know from the... I dropped out too soon. What does Aries need to know from the universe? All right. It is time to rest a while. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, God, this is an exhaustive reading, and you want to step over your Four of Swords here, but yeah, you might need to see how this integrates into the shadow realm. Right, Aries? Like, so the number on this is 19, by the way. Into the lonely woods, the deck. Okay, 19. Okay, a time to rest a while. The whole world is sleeping, and this is when some of your most sacred work is done, in dreams. In the cocoon you create, as you separate from the exterior and enter deeply into the divine universe that dwells within you. Enough time has been spent out there. Now it is time to restore and regenerate, to recreate and reweave the inner world, that sanctuary, the memory palace, and the beautiful grove where all true healing takes place. While the world of nature is arresting, you must return to the deep for this phase of the life cycle. Soon you will return renewed and re-energized and transformed. Until then, slumber and dream, sweet child of the blessed planet. There's a great song called Dreamtime by the Pines, and I'm going to write that down because I have a tendency to forget. All right, I'll put it in the description below. Gorgeous song. It's a Native American walking you through like the cycle that you take into your dream time, the mental processes that actually happen right when you go to sleep, right before you fall asleep. It's the best time to set your intentions for your sleep if you want to like lucid dream or astral travel or anything like that. That's when your DMT is really activated, and then you go to sleep, and then when you wake up in the morning you can actually program your brain to how you want your day to go. So that's why it's so important for you to get good rest, okay? Because that is when your body and your mind kind of come together and decide how it wants to function in the world, okay? That's why sleep is so important. If it's not restful and it's not bringing us back to center and actually giving us the opportunity to heal ourselves, that's when a lot of things can go awry, okay? Cannot stress sleep enough. Cannot. Treat your sleep time as if it were sacred, even if you're an atheist, treat your dream time as if it were sacred, because your physical body is literally being healed while you are sleeping. Okay. And that's scientifically backed. You don't need but you can test that out for yourself if you get good sleep versus when you don't get good sleep. How things function. Okay? So don't forget, you can be your own scientist. You can be your own observer. That is a scientist, is observation, the power of observation. That's basic science right there. Helps if you know a few things about other stuff. But that's the basic understanding. If you just want to start observing yourself and understanding how these energies are working with you and for you, you'll come to this understanding that it is working for you and not against you. The only thing that's holding anything back is all of your energies. I think that's it. Like, this is pretty solid reading. Like, I don't feel like Aries needs a... That's kind of Aries energy, though, isn't it? I'm fine. It's all fine. 3 of Swords are on the table. Are you sure it's fine, Aries? Okay. All right, darling. I think this is it. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, don't be afraid to hit me up in the comments. Until then, if this helped at all, if this gave you any insight, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.